we've got quite a bit. Yay, we're recording. That's good. We've got quite a bit to go over tonight, and it's new catalog time, which is always fun. So we'll be talking about that as well. Hey everyone, I'm Melissa Thomas. I think I know everybody, but I am going to be running the meeting tonight in Candy's stead since she could not be here tonight. So welcome, and excited that everyone is here. We have some great things going on tonight. Darlene is going to talk a little bit about our make and takes and the sweet songbird and the in colors and kind of the strategy behind that. And I'm excited about that. And then I'm going to have Susan Rutherford is actually going to talk a little bit about catalog launches and what that looks like, and then how it's not too late to have a catalog launch, and that you can do these your way. As always with the Stampin' Up! Way, right? Not one path is the right path, and things might grow and change and evolve. So Susan's going to talk for a few minutes about that. And we'll have another catalog to launch soon too. So we'll talk a little bit about that too, and all of that. And then of course we're going to do our top sellers for the month. And we're going to do our $1,000 club and our royalty pot and our big bound box and all of our exciting things. So I'm going to see if let's see, Darlene, are you ready? You've disappeared. So I'm going to go with Darlene's not ready yet. Okay, you're back. I muted you, so you'll have to unmute yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to grab the stamp set just to show it. I'm not going to stamp anything, but I just wanted to show you. Let me close up my ink pad here because I'll know that Darlene will stick her elbow in it. So this is the super cute, fun stamp set, and it's absolutely adorable. It does have a coordinating punch that punches out the big bird. This is for the breast of the bird. So there's one for the small one for the large one. The straight up and down little feet go with this bird. And if you try to put this one on where she's got her little leg kicked back, if you try to put it on the big bird, then she looks like she's got broken legs. So this one is meant to go with the little one. So they're super cute. There's like a little wood plank sign. I used it in my monthly card class this month, and we hung it from the tree. So there's little like a rope stamp that you can do there. There's all kinds of fun little things. And if you're ever stumped for something, Pinterest is a great resource. However, your catalog can be a great resource as well. So like most of you know, we did these in the brand new in colors. So I'll just kind of quickly show you. Some of my patterns might be different than what you got because I just took the whole pack of paper, chopped it all up, and then split it up into, there was 12 bake and take packets purchased. So it went pretty far. Candy decided that she was not going to include the little in color enamel dots or the in color dots, matte dots, but you did get the baker's twine. So you could add rhinestones that you could color with blends. If you didn't have these, you could just not do an embellishment. There's a cute little
the part number of the dots or what they're called, and I'll just look it up.
2022 to 2024 in color matte dots.
Okay.
Yeah, and the item number is 159186.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's really I should have grabbed them. It's a really great. They're in an ombre effect, and you get, I think, 3 different sizes. There they are. Melissa's got them up on her screen, and so does Jenkins.
Oh, look good. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, they're really pretty. Yeah, so you won't. I don't think you'll be disappointed. But there's also this cute little flower here in the stamp set that you could also use like an embellishment if you wanted to. This one that's right up here. Yeah, so you could stamp that in some of the different colors and make it look more like an embellishment.
which bird is the bird that gets punched? Because they're two different sizes, right? And
The big one,
direction.
yes, yeah. So the punches out this bird, the larger one, the large, the breast of the bird. So this area right here, you could do in cardstock, you could stamp it, make it different colors. It also punches out the beak. Now the beak is, goes between the two of them. That, I mean, it works with both. Universal, is that the right way? And then there's
what's the wing? Which one? What's the wing? I thought those big
this
pieces.
is the wing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there's the wing. And then, or the, you know, on your map, when you have that little arrow that points where you are, if you stamped that right side up, you know what I mean? A little pin. Anyway, like on a map, how you have the little pin. Anyway.
A location pin.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, so then I'll go get another card if you want me to, but I have showed where I did this stamping like I was talking about. It came out really cute. There's two different sets of eyes. So you can have them with open eyes. And then this is more of like, I don't know, closed eyes, sleepy eyes, or somebody said you could do one of each and have it be a wink, which might be kind of cute. This is the nest.
They close their eyes when they're singing. They close their eyes when they're singing. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
my
closed eyes with the music notes. That's cute. That's cute. I didn't know
That's what
that.
I'm thinking, but like, I don't know.
You could turn this little bird's nest upside down and stamp it in a different, like a yellow or a hay color. You could turn it into like a beehive. It's super easy to cut out too, and just with your snips. So yeah, so super cute stamp set, pretty versatile. It's not juvenile. It's just, it's very sweet. It's very cute. And
Whimsical.
very whimsical. That's a great word. So yeah, so basically, if you got the bake and take packet, you've got everything on here except for the little dots. Stamp your sentiments, stamp your feet, and then you put your stamp and punch your bird and put the bird up on dimensionals. I also put the wing up on a dimensional, if you can see that. Rhonda stamped it in black, part of the stamp set, or part of the sentiment in black and part of it in blue, but you could do it either all black or all of the blue, up to you. But they're super cute cards, pretty easy to follow. This is 2x4, this is 3x4, so it's a great cut, especially out of 6x6 paper. And there wasn't a whole lot of waste. So I actually have a bunch of 2x2 squares that I'll be making something with, because that was a lot of what I was left over were 2x2 squares. So, and then this one was cute, how you put the bow on the top of her head, so you know it looks like a little girl or even a little baby. These would be great little baby cards too. So yeah, the
Awesome,
PDF is
thank you.
posted in our it's in the files section on our Facebook group.
Thank you, Darlene. Appreciate it.
Yay. All right.
Can I
Make and
say
take.
something about the dots real quick, Melissa?
Sure.
If you look at the dots here, let's see, they're ombre, but the reason why Candy couldn't really split them, you know what I mean? Like, they're not a very good item for the future to split in half. You know how like we make a class and we're like half a pack of paper or half a pack of embellishments? This is not a good one because they're ombre. To try and split them up is going to be really weird. It's kind of hard to see how ombre they are, but like the darker is right here and then the lighter is on that side. So to cut them up, you're going to it's going to be real wonky to try and cut them up, just so you know. And you won't see any of when you get it, you're going to think it's missing a color, but it's not. It's just under the tab. And that's not always the case, but it is. But anyway, I thought I was missing a color, but it wasn't. It's just me. So anyway,
I think it might be easier to do if you cut them horizontally versus vertically, because then the horizontal could get you, and then you would actually have, if you give everybody 2 strips or 1 strip, but I don't know, I haven't even really looked at it.
But you'd have to like do 1 strip of tiny and 1 strip of big, and I don't know, to me, I'd never cut that many pieces up. Like, I'd be too annoyed.
It sounds like a good embellishment to just include a whole pack.
Exactly. That's what,
I
yeah.
I would agree. I also, I do shares and stuff, product shares, and I would agree that these are not the best to do a share with. So I think you get the whole pack and you get the nice ombre effect with it. And I would agree. It's
Sometimes that's just a better option than trying to, but paper is easy to share, but sometimes these weird embellishments, like you're getting an odd number, you can't cut it exactly. And I don't know.
that
I've had
one's
a couple
that
times.
one's
Yeah.
challenging for sure. Well, I want to go ahead and recognize, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to recognize our new members. So we have 2 new members that we added in April. Catherine is with Rosie and Charlotte joined with Cheryl. I don't know if Catherine or Charlotte are here, but welcome. And we hope you watch the recording later if you're not here live with us. And congratulations to Rosie and Cheryl for growing their team. So I'm excited about that. And then we also have a quick start achiever. And so I'm going to share my screen on that. So quick start, share. So congratulations to Rhonda Lewis for being a 3-month quick start achiever. Yay! And Rhonda's on she's on my team and I'm really excited. Rhonda was a demonstrator before, so she came in and she knew what she needed to do and she definitely achieved it and then some. And I actually think she's really close to Bronze Elite. So as a reminder, Quick Start is halfway to Bronze Elite. Bronze Elite means you're getting a pay raise from 20% to 25%, which is awesome. At Bronze Elite, you also get points towards like an incentive trip earning, but then Quick Start, you get I'm going to mess this up. I think you get, is it $50? And then I think you get another 50 or 100 to spend if you get the 6-month Quick Start. Congratulations, you get to have a little shopping spree. So when the month you hit Quick Start, so if you hit it in April, then it should be in your rewards when you place an order after commissions have closed, which we all get that email that says commissions have closed. And you probably wondered why that matters. That just means that they've tallied the month before. And so you should be able to see all your pieces, whatever that may be. Now if Ron, if you go into a demonstrator order, it'll ask you if you want to apply those rewards to your order. So yay, exciting times. Congratulations to you. So, and then we have, trying to be all mysterious about it. We have our $1,000 club. And it happens to also be our top 5. So I will, let me pull this up. So I'm going to start with top 5. And Candy did not have a graphic for top 5, but she will. So in 5th place, we have Paulina at 700. So congratulations to Paulina for that. Very exciting. And then in 4th place, in top sales, we have Melissa Murphy at $1,002.15. Congratulations, Melissa. And then we have Darlene at $1,086.52. Congratulations, Darlene. And in 2nd place, we have Judy Allen at $1,089.50. She beat you by like $3. So close.
So close.
And then in 1st in sales for the month of April, we have Susan Rutherford with $1,498.28. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Yay. So I'm going to go ahead and share our $1,000 club, which is Susan and Judy and Darlene and Melissa Murphy. So these 4 people will get a fun little gift in the mail from Candy, an embellishment. And then remember, top 5 get the incentive coupons. So including Paulina, she'll get the incentive coupon. So yay for that. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. I've got all sorts of little graphics and doodads and dilly boppers. So, all right. So yay and congratulations to everyone. I want to go ahead and I'm going to have Susan talk for a second about catalog launches. And I would say, like 5-10 minutes, maybe at most. Let's go like 5-ish. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do our first drawing for Royalty Pot. And I'll show you who's in the Royalty Pot. And we'll do the drawing for the Grassy Grove bundle, which is exciting. That is what we've got for Royalty Pot. So Susan, take it away.
Here we go. Hi, everybody. And yes, let's talk about catalog launches, because what I think about when was a night like this when Candy said and encouraged us all to do catalog launches. And man, that wasn't even in my vocabulary at all, at all. I'd never even thought about it. And I thought, okay, I can try this. And so I thought it might be helpful just to give you 2 quick examples of where I started with catalog launches to what Melissa and I are doing right now in terms of catalog launches. So the first one, after Candy gave us that challenge, I did one at home, and my home is not very big. And but I thought, well, okay, that's the first thing I'll do is have one at home. And so I created an event where we had a product playground in the morning, and people went from table to table to try out some of the new products in the catalog. And then they broke for lunch and went to lunch in beautiful downtown Martindale, and then came back to the house, and I had reset the place for an afternoon card kit. And we had a wonderful time. It was a very small group, but everybody had a good time. I charged, I think, $25 for either an order or for the day. I had a $5 bring a friend voucher, and the results were good. Orders were placed, people had fun. I had one demonstrator there, my faithful sister, my first ever demonstrator was there. But what was interesting when I was thinking back about this was that in that room that day, that small group, were 3 people who have eventually become demonstrators and are on my team now. So that was a few years ago, had no idea. And now today they are demonstrators. So that's a thought right there. The next one that I did was at a church classroom in New Braunfels. And that came about because my sister, again, my one demonstrator at the time, the church ladies had been asking her about doing a card class. So she asked me, and we set it up as the next catalog launch. I did the same format. I just replicated everything. I had a product playground in the morning. They broke for lunch in New Braunfels. They came back in the afternoon, and we did a card kit together, charged the same price, same format. What was interesting was she invited all of her church lady friends, and then I extended it to my customer base, a lot of whom are in Austin. And guess what? They all drove over. They drove to New Braunfels. And if you participated in On Tour, you heard a lot of Stampin' Up conversation about experiences, and that we are more than crafting and products. We offer an experience. And I think that these launches can be that too for your customers, because they look forward to joining together with other crafters. They are card makers, and they get to drive somewhere fun and go have lunch and spend the day together and make new friends. And so it really is an experience. And I think that's proven true for me. So the results that day, again, orders were placed, everyone had fun. I got a very, very loyal customer out of that, who has been a rock star customer ever since. So when you see those sales numbers, she's part of that. And then in that room that day was yet another demonstrator. So think about that. Each time I was having catalog launches, people were deciding down the road they would be a demonstrator. So you fast forward to last summer when Melissa and I decided to become accountability partners, and we decided to join forces and do some events together. And the first one that we did was a catalog launch. And so we found a fabulous classroom at a retreat center, a bed and breakfast in Wimberley. Keep thinking about that experience piece in this. And Wimberley is actually halfway between the two communities where Melissa and I live. So that worked well. And it's also kind of in the middle where a lot of our beyond the people that we have outside of the state or that kind of thing, it's kind of in the hub of where a lot of our customers are willing to travel or where they live, so it seemed to work. We took the format to the next level, decided to not have really a product playground, but really move to more card making, which I think was a good move for us. We did a price increase. We're also timid about raising prices, but nobody blinked. It was just fine because we delivered a quality product. We had an easy registration process and a whole lot more promotion. And so, even where we're having this in Wimberley, the owner is willing to promote our event. She puts it on her website. She tells her friends about it, so that's a good thing too. And Wimberley is a wonderful destination town. So this provided another great experience for our customers who got to go out to eat in Wimberley, drive over, enjoy the day, meet, Melissa's customers and mine and our team members met each other and enjoyed each other's company and learned from each other. So good day all around. So since that first launch that we did, we've hosted a World Card Making Day. And then we hosted another launch with the January Mini in the celebration. And every time we are tweaking, right, Melissa? Every time we're like, okay, what worked, what didn't work? One of the things that I think is working well, I mean, we're certainly on the lookout for new customers, new participants, but I also think we're starting to build in an expectation with people that when they start hearing about a new catalog, they are wondering, well, what are Susan and Melissa going to do next? What's the date for that one? And I think that's a good thing. I think that's good for them to be thinking, what's next? What are they going to offer us? And we're certainly being mindful of our budget and getting better at all of that. And I will tell you, I'm pretty shy about doing this kind of thing, but I with Melissa's encouragement, I marched right in and we negotiated a better price on the rental for the bed and breakfast. So it can be done. Don't ever think, though they won't lower the price for me. We kind of pitched that we're girls on a budget with small business, and she was willing to work with us. So it was great. I think when I think about why have a catalog launch, of course it creates anticipation and buzz about the new products, about the new things that are coming. It certainly is an opportunity for early sales. Get the word out there and the sales will start happening. I think one of the things I think happens the most is that it establishes you as an expert is your customer's local expert on all things Stampin' Up. The annual catalog can really be daunting. I mean, it is a fabulous inspirational book, but I had a person tell me yesterday, just give me the page number, just tell me where it is. And so I think that when you have a launch, you are helping people look to you as the person who can find the answers for them and to guide them through it. And I think our ability to do that builds customer loyalty. I really think that helps, and that really, you think about Stampin' Up, it has seasons. And I think part of our job as demonstrators is to help our customers navigate all the seasons of Stampin' Up and help them anticipate and know what the value is in each catalog. So what about you? You may be sitting there thinking, oh, I just have one or two people that buy from me. My sister buys from me, or my mother-in-law buys from me, or whatever. You may think that you're not where you can have a lunch. Well, yeah, you can. You can start wherever you are. I always call Stampin' Up choose your own adventure, and you can start right where you are and build from there. So look at your customer base. If you just have a couple of people, call them up and say, you want to meet me at Starbucks and we'll walk through the catalog together. That can be a launch because you've given some people some personal attention. You've walked them through. They feel more confident about the catalog. That can be a launch. You can do a Facebook Live or a Zoom and try to reach your group without having all of the trappings of a setup and all of that. Just walk them through the catalog, give them a sneak preview of it. If you have a medium-sized group, my 8 to 10 people that came to my house, look for a place to host, preferably that's free for your budget getting started. And I will tell you, in all of this, always have a host code set up and ready to go, because a host code is a call to action. I know you have a wish list to get started. Here's the host code, give them the link, lead them into that. Don't leave without some sort of call to action. If you have a large customer base or you're combining forces with another demonstrator, then you may need to pay rental. You need to build that into the budget. You need to think about, bigger dynamics of how much space you have to do all the crafting you want to do, and traffic through that process. And Melissa and I certainly have addressed that a couple of times. We're trying a new way this time of having people do workstations. And then you decide all the other details, the what to charge, the how to promote, those kinds of things. What do we have planned? I'll just give you a concrete example of what our launch looks like. We are having our launch on Monday, May the 30th. Yes, that's Memorial Day. And so that was part of the conversation was, do we dare have this on Memorial Day? And we decided we could. We've not really gotten the blowback from that. We thought a lot of people that we knew did not necessarily have a backyard barbecue on that day, or maybe they had it on Sunday. And we also thought, well, people who are going to work during the work week and can't participate in a lot of other things might enjoy using that holiday to come craft. And so it has not been a deterrent. I mean, we'll certainly be evaluating it afterwards, but we just took a leap of faith that might work. We're doing it again in Wimberley. And so we're also establishing that as kind of our site. May not always stay there, but it's working for us now. We're doing a tea party launch in the morning using the Tea Boutique collection. And then in the afternoon, we're using the Texture Chic collection. So 2 very different ones. And that's part of your strategy, is picking what products, because look at that catalog. There's a lot to choose from. And so picking what you think will work, what will appeal. We picked the Tea Boutique because it features all the new colors. So that was a way of educating people about the new colors, as well as working with that collection. And then the afternoon, that Texture Chic is completely different format, but the other thing that was helpful is that both of those collections have card bases and envelopes that can be purchased. So that cut down on some of the prepping that we were anticipating, because this is a very busy month for us. And so that also was a little bonus for us. We also took into consideration beginning crafters to avid crafters. And we've learned along the way that some of our beginning crafters, when we get overly ambitious with our cards, I'm talking to me, that sometimes that can slow down or frustrate a beginning crafter. So we're hoping that these cards that everybody will leave with 15 cards, 5 from the morning, 10 from the afternoon, and that they'll leave thinking, what great cards I have. And if the avid card makers want to add more embellishments or do a little bit grander design, they can certainly do that, but they can see the possibilities with it. So we think it'll hit everybody really well.
And I think the other thing,
Yeah.
Susan, is that having a to-go option was important too.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's especially for my business, not as much yours, but definitely mine. And because we knew we picked Memorial Day, we knew we'd have to have a to-go option, because there are people who do stuff that day. So yeah.
Absolutely. And while I've got you, I was going to talk about promotion. And one of the things that's great about joining forces with someone is you have twice the opportunities Facebook pages and newsletters and all of that. But would you mention about the boost, the Facebook boost?
Yeah. So, I've boosted, so I tend to not boost my monthly card classes, but I do boost special events because to me, the price point has a better return. So, when you're charging $50 for a day of crafting and you boost for $35, well, then you can cover that cost out in your larger budget, right? Versus like a $10, $15 card class, it's going to be a lot harder to recoup that money back. And so we boosted this one, and we had several people find this event randomly on Facebook and register. And several of them are card makers already. And one of the ladies actually sells her cards and then donates all the profits to a nonprofit animal rescue group. So we've already connected with other crafters by doing that. And so I think that, I might have been pessimistic about Facebook boosting at one point, but, I think I'm feeling optimistic again that the algorithms are in my favor. So, yeah, so wanted to mention that as well. So any questions about catalog launches? Just raise your hand real quick. Who is doing one or is planning one? So raise your hand if you're doing one or planning one. Okay. All right, good to know. And again, it can be as simple as getting together with a few Stampy friends and telling them how excited you are about the catalog and walking through and going, ooh, look at this. Ooh, I want this. Yes, let's get this. Yes, so that is okay too. And I think that's definitely what we definitely experienced in the beginning. They want to hear that enthusiasm from you. And that's the whole point. A catalog launch is just for you to share your enthusiasm about the new catalog. So
I think that's a really good addition to your business tool chest. It just is. And I didn't know that a few years ago, but I know it now. So I encourage y'all to do it and holler if you have questions. So,
yeah. Any questions? Okay. All right. Thanks, Susan. Appreciate it. All right. We are going to I'm going to show, did I see a scavenger hunt for the book?
Yes, I made one and it's in the files section. I make one for every catalog. And I send them to my customers. I put Minnie Mouse on mine, but I make sure the one for you guys doesn't have Minnie Mouse. But it's in the files section. I'll bump it so it goes to the top again if you guys want to find it. My customers love it. I just tell them to do it and I'll send them like a little gift. And sometimes that'll be like a retired ribbon or something that I have. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but they're like super excited when they get it. So.
And remember, you can always search the files. There's the search function, and you can also always search the demonstrator planning place, because I know that people put scavenger hunts there. And someone asked me, like, I did the 2022-24 in color bookmarks, and there's like 5 different versions in the demonstrator planning place. So like that, like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Lord God, don't do it. Find one you like. I found one I like and I printed it and I'm good. Like, there are lots of people with lots of extra time on their hands who will make scavengers or do bookmarks or, so like just find one, edit what you don't like, but yeah, make sure
I made mine. I actually took it from somebody else from the planning place. And then, they had all the British spelling of things. And so that annoyed me to no end because I'm an English teacher. So I had to change all that. And then, which was fine, color can have a U in it, but it's going to annoy me. So I deleted it. So I did all the changes for that. And then of course, adapted it a little bit to the things that I thought were more fun and I already had someone take a picture of theirs and send me a picture of how they completed it. I don't check to make sure it's like correct. I teach already, so I don't need to correct any papers. It's really just to have them like go through the catalog. And so, and that's my customers really love it because it really does force them to find the new features and new items they wouldn't see if I hadn't pointed them out, things like that. So that's been kind of cool.
Yes, like the new magnetic plate that is like seriously hardcore. If you, it is not going to work. Or the masking paper, Peggy, is that the masking paper?
No, this is a paper pumpkin.
That's funny. Yeah, important that we pull those things out and point them out for them. So, okay, I'm going to share my screen for the royalty pot. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so the royalty pot includes Paulina at 700, Jane Cook at 697, Lisa Ray, I assume, me, Barb, Terry, Rosie, Michelle B, Patsy A, Grace, and Rhonda. So congratulations, everybody in the royalty pot. Yay. So I'm going to go ahead and do a drawing for this. So I'm going to go.
My
Not
name's not
tonight.
on there.
You were in the top 100. I mean, in the
It was
top,
already-
you're in the $1,000 club.
These were the
So-
additionals added. Okay.
Yes. So you're in the pot here for the drawing. So I put you, Susan, Judy, and Melissa here. And so this will be the drawing for the royalty pot and the $1,000 club, everybody all together. So, and Jennifer, in a
I
minute, you
think
can
that
show.
that's the big brown box, like slash, no, big brown box is 400 to 600 or something. Never mind.
Yeah, I already have that in a separate list. This
My
is the
bad.
grassy growth. This is the grassy growth bundle. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. So here we go. Let's see who wins. Grassy Grove. Oh, Michelle Brownstein.
Okay. So I
Welcome.
will, let's see, this is, I don't know if Michelle's here. I didn't even pay attention. So
This is not the one where they have to be present, right?
for the, no, for the royalty pot, no, but for the door meeting prizes, yes.
Okay. All right. So Michelle, good job.
Because that was for, yeah, because Jean, I think so. Gosh, I can't remember. So
I think
I
we're
think
right.
the royalty pot is always, she picks that one ahead of time. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's
She
the
doesn't
other
do
ones
it
that she's
live.
picking, yeah. And the big
Yeah.
round box also, I think she picks ahead of time because it's based on your numbers, not based on your presence. And so,
Yeah.
and so for the big round box one, we have another
Yeah.
list for that.
Yep, and I've got the list for that. And so I'm going to pull up the big brown box list, folks, and I'm gonna share it. Share, big brown box. All right, so big brown box, we had Velma and Diane and Sarah Coleman and Pat and Catherine and Susan Carlson and Cheryl and Jennifer S. and Jennifer J. Yay, we've got lots of, yeah, Jennifer Jenkins, you're in there.
I didn't know
There
was another Jennifer. I didn't pay attention.
I know.
I'm the only
so
one
good.
in my mind. So
Yes, now there's multiple. So, so I'm going to take this list and I'm going to go back over to my, and go over to our Wheel of Names. I like the Wheel of Names. It's fun. So I'm going to remove everyone else. And then I'm going to put the big brown box people in here. And so the big brown box people get to choose from which two stamp sets.
yeah, remove the spotlight and I'll spotlight myself while you do that.
Okay, I'll draw the winner and then they can pick. How does that sound?
Oh, do you have it? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So let's see. Cheryl? Hey, Cheryl.
Cheryl here?
She is not, but this one's picked ahead of time normally. So this one, she would still get her award.
Yeah, she'll still get one, but it was a choice between one of these stamp sets. So whoever is the next, Cheryl will get the other. Sound fair?
Yes.
Okay.
So now,
And we have our door prizes.
yeah.
Oh, this
so
is the
for
packet. One of these is for the packet.
Yep. So I'm going to put in everybody's name who got a packet. So remember, if you get a packet, you're also entered into win a door prize. We're just giving out door prizes. We're just giving out prizes left and right. I love this. Thanks, Moneybags Candy, for leaving us some fun prizes to give away.
I think Candy forgets how many prizes she gives me because there's been a couple times she's like, no, I just gave you 4. I'm like, no, you gave me like 6. She's like, oh,
Cool.
I gotta grab some more names.
All right, so this is for the stamp set. This is for everybody who got a packet. And let's see. Barb Jones.
All right, Barb. So
Barb,
can
you're
you spotlight
here.
me? Which
Yeah.
one would you like, ma'am?
It's Barbara Sylvester who's here.
Oh, no, there's two
Oh.
Barbs here.
There's actually two Barbaras here.
Yeah, Barb Jones is here too. I saw her earlier.
Yeah. You just need to unmute.
Okay, there, I'm unmuted.
So there's the mischievous mouse, which was the
Okay.
hostess set, or the host set, not hostess, and then the friends of the forest.
Oh, this is tough. I'll do the mice.
Okay. And so
Thank
that's for-
you.
no
Thank
problem.
you, Candy.
And that's,
Yay, thanks,
Barb
Candy.
Jones. So that one's Barb Jones. And
And
then
that means that
Cheryl is going to be getting the Friends of the Forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
So just and so she was the brown box. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So then we'll also give away door prizes for everyone here in attendance. I'm going to do a couple more announcements and a little bit more business before we move on. And then we're going to talk a little bit about mystery stamping too. So before we do mystery stamping, I just want to bring up, we have a swap that we do, an organized swap, and I want to talk a little bit about why we swap. So the reason that we do organized swaps is so that you can get a variety of cards from a variety of different stamp sets so that you can see stamp sets in action, because there's nothing like seeing a stamp set in action and going, oh, I get it. That's why it looks like this. I mean, the catalog can only do so much. We use swaps at catalog launches, at classes, right? I mean, they make beautiful displays. They're also great things to bring when you're talking to businesses or when you want to go and have something to show. You can also, remember, you can sell swaps. So they're great to take to craft fairs, farmers markets, display boards, thank yous for your customers. Having a gift to give your customers and having a bunch of cards on the ready to mail your customers. I love it when I have a card that's stamped with a stamp set that they've ordered, and then they can see their stamp set in action. And I don't have to have bought it because I've got a swap, right? And so I love that I can be like, hey, you got this really cool set and here's an idea card for you, right? And it might be like an over-the-top card. That's okay. It gives them something to aspire to, right? But thinking about swapping and how important it is, we had 15 people sign up for organized swap. We used to have upwards of 20 to 25 sign up for organized swap, and our group has grown larger, and I'm a little concerned that our numbers have gotten smaller. And so I want to really encourage you to participate in organized swaps. And I know that sometimes it's just not the right month or the right season. May is incredibly busy. We know that. This is tough, you know. We are going to do another organized swap for the holiday catalog. And so I want to talk a little bit about the timing of the holiday catalog and get you thinking about this now. So this is the month. Yes, Kim, always scrambling to get those into me, eh? And you mail them in, which is awesome. So, and if you communicate with me and say, hey, I'm going to be a day late, or, you know, as long as you're communicating with me, I'm willing to like hold a swap or do what I need to do in order to work with you. So just talk with me, communicate with me. I'm the swap organizer and I'm not mean. But I honestly think that each and every one of us should be participating in these swaps. So let's talk a little bit. This is May. Let's talk about where we are in the Stampin' Up! Year. This is May. We are currently experiencing the annual catalog. We're also doing mailing selector for the holiday catalog. So do not forget that you have to do mailing selector. If you want Stampin' Up! To mail a catalog to any of your customers, you have to select that this month by the end of the month. A pop-up came up when you logged into Stampin' Up! Earlier in the month and you dismissed it just like I did. And then you forgot about it just like I did. And so let us not forget about mailing selector. But that's for the holiday catalog. Most people will pull a report and they will send it to people who have ordered from them in the last 6 to 12 months. Like that's just kind of a, standard that most of us use. Mailing catalog, mailing selector has gotten a lot more consistent and reliable in terms of deliverability. It's also really smart to add yourself to the list. So make yourself a customer and send one to yourself, because then you'll have an idea of when your customers are getting them. Like if you get yours, then your customers are probably getting theirs too. The other thing I'll encourage you to do with mailing selector is follow up with those customers. So you have a list of who you sent it to. Now you need to reach out to each one of them individually with a nice email or a text or a note and say, hey, have you been enjoying your catalog? Here's my host code running for the month. I can't wait to see what you've selected out of there. I can't wait to see what is your favorite, right? So make sure that you follow up and that's not money that you've just thrown out the door. So holiday catalog, we'll start next month. So pre-order for holiday catalog and celebration pre-earn starts in June. Welcome summer. So that'll start in June. We'll have access, as we most likely, if we're following the cadence of all the mini catalogs, we'll have access to order anything we want. So that means that I will open up the organized swap in June, and I will have it due closer to the beginning of July / mid-July, because I want to get those swaps back out to people relatively quickly. I am not sure that I will include celebration items in the organized swap, only because they have such a limited shelf life. Celebration is only July and August this year, and I'm just concerned that it's just too short of a shelf life to have. We might run like an optional something for celebration, but I don't think we'll do that. Yeah, Michelle.
I was wondering, I kind of followed the last swap. It's new to me. So do you have to submit a stamp set and be approved? Like only one person does a certain stamp set? Okay.
Exactly.
So kind of get on the ball fast if you have something you really like.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, and I try to kind of tell people when I'm going to post the event so that like, okay, everybody, I'm going to post it on this date. This month it kind of snuck up on us with Candy leaving and all of that. I was like, okay, we got to get this posted. I also was kind of waiting with this one because I wanted to see if there was going to be stuff on the list that wasn't orderable. But once the non-orderable list came out and it was only like one French stamp set, I was like, oh, okay, we're in the clear. We can actually order everything. So we're good. So I will wait until we can actually see what the orderable list is for this new holiday catalog before I post the event. I like to wait until we know what we can order so that you feel confident saying, yes, I want to do this set and I know it's orderable and I can actually get it in time and, get the thing returned. And then I just approve you based on the fact of who has selected what. And every once in a while, someone will select something that, so for instance, like the Splendid Day Suite, which is going to be part of the Creativity Now, which will be part of the holiday catalog, I will probably not allow that to be on the swap list because many of us will have had access to it and the market will be flooded with samples on that. So like, I'm not as concerned about us getting samples with that. Does that make sense? So if I don't approve it, there's usually a legit reason, and I usually tell you what it is and tell you to pick something else. but I'm generally pretty cool. Sometimes people self-approve themselves, which is funny too. I think Kathleen did that on something the other day. It was funny. Because we had like had a side conversation and then she was like, approved. I'm like, haha, yes, approved. So, but yeah, we try to limit it so that each stamp set, there's like 72 new stamp sets or something in the new, I don't know, there's a ton of new stamp sets in the new catalog. So there's no reason, and same with the holiday catalog, we'll have a ton of new stuff. We won't run out of options. But you might have to arm wrestle somebody for yours. And we've definitely had people who have backed down. Like someone has said, look, that's the only set I've ordered from the entire catalog. Can I please have it? And the other person's like, fine, you can have it. You know, so we definitely had some side conversations on that too. So
Thanks a bunch.
absolutely. So, and then, so that's kind of where we're at in the Stampin' Up year. We finished on tour. And so for everybody who attended on tour, I hope you got some really useful things out of it. I hope you got some ideas. The samples from on tour have been posted in the demonstrator planning place. So even if you do go to on tour, you might want to go look at the posts and the samples that have been posted, because there's some really beautiful samples. Kate Spackman's presentation on the masking paper is really nice. And if you're wondering like how to use the masking paper, there's some really cute ideas in there. And there's one with a tea boutique that was really great, but you'll see that there's presentations from each of the language markets. So there's also like a German demonstrator who's done stuff, and there's like a French demonstrator. So you'll see quite a few posts that have samples from different markets, but check out the demonstrator planning place, because there's a lot of great stuff going on there in terms of conversations, you know, post on tour. We have on stage coming up. I know that there's been a little bit of discussion in the group about who's interested in attending on stage. So on stage is as close to an old school convention as Stampin' Up has. And the on stage for this November will be the on stage live is in Vienna, Austria. So if you'd like to go to Vienna, please get me a ticket as well. We can go together. But for the rest of us,
Sure, I'll be sure to wear my diamond shoes when we
please,
go.
and your
problem.
tiara. Yeah.
And my tiara.
Yeah, I know. But for the rest of us folks, most of us are planning on going to the one in Arlington, Texas. But if you're not in Texas and you have, you know, other travel destinations or other plans, at the top of our group, you can tell us which one you're planning on going to. And then we will start to make Airbnb reservations. And if people want to share in a house, we have done that before. So we're waiting to hear where exactly it is in Arlington, so that we're making sure that we're as close to the location as possible. But it's fun to stay in a house. Pre-COVID, you know, we would do a meal at the house, and sometimes we do a shoebox swap, or we would do, you know, a fun, you know, kind of like when maybe we do a dinner out one night and a dinner in one night. So it's a lot of fun to do that. And especially if you've got a travel buddy and you know someone who you don't mind sharing a bed with, Patsy Palmer, then, you know, it's always fun to have someone who you can, you know, tell her to put her snore strip on and roll over, you know. She has a CPAP now, it's all good. But she's my mother-in-law, for those of you that don't know, so I can tease her to no end. But it's a great opportunity to go. Kathleen had actually asked me what was a better investment, creativity now or on stage, and I would say hands down on stage, because the opportunity to mix and mingle with real live people, crafters in person, getting to swap is really energetic, because you're moving around the room and you're swapping and you're talking to people, and you see people that, you know, maybe you've seen on Facebook Lives, or, you know, other demonstrators that you follow. There's lots of organized swaps. So if you're into something really niche, like I know one year I did one that was all Christmas ornaments, which was kind of cool. So there's like really cool organized swaps. And then there's also just random swapping, which is a lot of fun. So we'll talk more about that as we get closer to the event, but I just want you guys to be thinking about that. So, and then the paper pumpkin box deadline is today. And I saw that the Sarah is going to do a special kit together. She does these little kit togethers. And she has, I'm going to put the link in the chat for everybody. But she is doing a special kit together with the new paper pumpkin. This is her paper pumpkin. This was like the one that she designed for this year. So she's pretty excited about this in color paper pumpkin. So I'm going to put this in the
I like
chat.
her kit togethers when she does the other ones. The only problem is that they always sell out immediately as soon as she does a kit together. So before she even gets close to the kit together day, you know what I mean? Like it's so, I see both sides. Like it's good that she's promoting it, but then it sells it out for us demonstrators. So it's kind of, I mean, it's a catch-22, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's always kind
Yes.
of stuck.
So the other thing about kits is that, so you guys know I'm serving on a business development demonstrator council, and it's about kits and using kits in businesses. So I can tell you that there are new kits in the works, many new kits in the works. And they are committed to keeping kits in stock and not having them disappear as quickly. So there's definitely, so for instance, we got some inventory numbers. There's like 17,000 rain boot kits in stock, 17,000. And an interesting fact is that we only sell 12 kits a day. That's what we average, 12. Isn't that crazy? So if we have 17,000 rain boots divided by 12, it's going to take us forever to sell all those rain boots. So thinking about how you use the kit collection in your business and how you want to use the kit collection is definitely something that I'll probably be popping on every once in a while and kind of posting something for us to think about. We're lucky that we have kind of a straight line into like demonstrator support and product management and stuff, because we've said like, look, demonstrators would probably want to know that we have 17,000 rain boot kits. Like, maybe you should tell us that so that we can go sell some rain boots, you know? And so a little bit, we've had some conversations about the transparency behind the kit supply chain. But this kit together that Sarah Douglas is doing is not about a kit, it's about the paper pumpkin. And that's the one that you have the deadline today. And so today's deadline is, yes. So I think Michelle, what Jennifer was saying was that normally when Sarah does a kit together, it's with one of the kits from the kit collection and it does sell out. But this one, she's doing a kit together, but with the paper pumpkin kit. So that's why it's a little bit different.
Okay,
anyways,
thank you.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Now
So
I
if you
get
want
what
to,
you're saying that the kits
Yeah.
sell out versus paper. Okay.
Yeah,
I got
sorry to confuse. Yeah, the paper pumpkin ones are, they have a deadline, but
Right.
she'll do one and then it's unavailable for months and months. And so they'll see her kit together later and then want it, but still can't get it. And so like Melissa said, they're working on trying to make sure that that's a little bit better, but yeah,
the
that's been a
inventory
little-
numbers are really crazy. Like there's one kit we have 17,000 of, and there's one kit we have 500 of.
Yeah.
Like the spread on the inventory is
And the
really
Christmas
wild
one
too.
needs to have like 40,000. I'm just saying the Christmas ones sell out in minutes. And
Yeah.
so in paper pumpkin and because of the convenience, obviously. So I just think they need to really
love
make
Christmas.
sure. I mean, it took like 6 months or 4 or 5 months before we got the Christmas ones in after Christmas. So,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It took a long time.
Is that why the birthday one that's in the kits? I've been waiting to get it for like 4 months and I can't get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got a hard line into on that one. So when I find an answer, I'll let you know. I have also been demanding an answer about that one because I'm like, why is it on the front page? It's currently unavailable. Like, is it going to become available? So the biggest issue is that yes, it will become available. When? Who knows, right? The shipping container problem is problematic. I mean, there's stuff in packages and off the coast of the UK and here in the US and in China. There's going to be a longshoremen's strike in the future, very, very near future. Yes. So Stamp It is doing their darndest to make sure that we've got stuff in inventory. I was really impressed with the annual catalog and the fact that there was only a very, very few things that weren't in inventory. They are working tirelessly at this, and they have multiple people working strategy on this to try to make sure that, and the markets are all experiencing different problems. The UK is actually experiencing it even worse than we are. South Pacific's kind of caught up now. Like they ended up having an extra month of celebration because none of their celebration stuff came in the month of January.
Melissa, as a side note, even if we can't get the product, then if they could hold off on some of their advertising, you know what I mean? Because I think that's the, you know, if I have a customer that's coming to me and says, oh, it's on the front page of, I want this birthday thing because it's on the front page every time I go shopping and I can never find it. And so even if they just change their advertising, that's free. You know, that doesn't cost anything to just switch out a picture or change a layout that they probably already have a picture of, you know, like rearrange something. So, so that at least would help diminish some of that. Because it looks bad for us that things are unavailable and then they're being advertised and then we have to explain it. They don't, we do, you know. And
right.
So,
yeah. I mean, what we talked about was, you know, eliminating customer frustration and eliminating demonstrator frustration. And so, you know, it's been good. We've only had a couple meetings, but I think we're making some solid progress. So, okay. So what I'd like to do is, I want to do, mystery stamping, and I want Terry to show the mystery stamping card. I've copied and pasted the directions into the chat. It's on our book. It's on our Facebook page. It's in the email. It's in 1,000 different places. We've put it everywhere. And then Terry has an album open. And so you'll be able to post your card into the album. And so I'm going to go ahead and spotlight Terry, and then we're going to do some door prize giveaways. So let me spotlight Terry real quick. All right, Terry, you're spotlighted.
Also, the instructions are in the file, in the album, in case you just don't want to scan through Southern Sweet Stampers. Okay, so Candy recommended that I do this one. And yeah, I'm going to jump when Candy says jump, so I did it. So it was really foreign to me. And when I sat down to put it together, I kind of got frustrated. I didn't know what to do. By the grace of God, Melissa did this on a special. I know, you're awesome, girl. She did it on her own Southern Sweet Stamper page. So then I knew what to do with the pieces I had. Otherwise, total mystery, total loss. So what I made is I made 2 examples for you, and I actually used the masculine paper that we have with the barbecue, and I just think it's adorable. So this is
That's awesome.
This 1 by 10 inch or 1 by 12 inch piece of paper is in reality a belly band. So it does slide off. It does slide off. Let me wet my fingers. Slides off. And then you have this really cute card, which you'll probably think I'm whack because I only have one arm here. So it opens up. So it does this. And it can also open up. You have the option of, you know, gluing these tabs down. That's why it's a mystery card. So the other one that I made from the same paper pack is, I thought this was really cool, this car. And while it said, while it said to use this is how confused I was. It said to use a solid color base like I did on this one. Yeah, well, I read it backwards. So I did white on white, but I think it turned out fine anyway. And I'm also going to use this in the Father's Day suggestion
Challenge.
and the challenge. So I got 2
Yeah.
challenges. So
That's
what's
awesome.
everybody else got here?
All right, so I'm going to.
Susan is spotlighted.
Okay, well, I did something different. It does have a belly band. And then it opens up this way. And I've done uniquely artistic. And I'm using, I've got a cat in here, you terrorizing things. So you're absolutely amazing. So happy for you. Could be graduation. So
Beautiful.
So that's what I came up with the mystery.
And I got Carol.
So I was also stumped, and my card is more like I made a belly band, and on the belly band is my scalloped contour. And so this is for my friend's birthday that I'm going to on Sunday. So it says, "Let's celebrate you." But I also wanted her to have something, if she wanted to display the card, to have some greeting. So when you slide it off, then I have "Happy Birthday" under there. And the way I was stumped about how to do the 4x10, I think. And so I attached it to make it almost like an easel, but I didn't make it an easel so that if she wanted to display it, she could see the greeting. And then I tend to like write a lot. And so it's pretty plain on the inside so that I could write to her. So I thought it was pretty already decorated on the front, so I didn't add anything else. So that's my take.
Nice. Very nice, Carol.
Anyone else? Okay, Jana. You're muted, Jana. There you go.
Okay. I
Pretty.
cut my 12 into 3 equal strips and didn't make a belly band. So I made.
That's
this.
why it's mystery stamping, Jana. That's why it's mystery stamping, Mama. That's, hey, you never know what you're gonna get,
Okay.
Anybody else? Okay, crafty. Oh, yeah, there we go. Patsy.
Yes, I have this one. Go. Can you see? If I can get it off. And it says, "You're on my mind."
Nice.
It comes off too. Okay, Dylan, come on.
You crafted it so well. Nice.
And I didn't put anything yet on the inside. But
Nice.
yes.
Anybody else? All right, Crystal.
Nice paper selection, Crystal.
I used the same paper as Terry. I didn't know she was going to, but I need to get some Father's Day ones done, so that worked out. And
Very nice.
That's
Good
a
taste.
fancy fold, you guys. Like, I don't know if I can handle that. Like,
so I had seen Melissa's. That's how I knew what to do.
yeah, I don't always get the time to do the mystery stamping, but that was fancy. I would have probably cried. I would have probably been like, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna make a plain card.
Well, I want to encourage everybody to take a quick photo tonight and load it into the files, and perhaps it will encourage others. It will show up on Southern Sweet Stampers as well as permanent place in the files. Thank you, everybody.
You're muted, Melissa. You're talking and we can't hear you.
Hey, we're going to pull some door prize winners. So Jennifer, we got 3 prizes. What do we got? do you want to spotlight yourself? Let's see,
I have
replace
to-
spotlight.
It's funny how it doesn't let
I
me
know.
spotlight myself in the normal way. It's weird. So we have a pack of the pebbles.
Ooh.
The pebble enamel shapes, a package of the new in color twine, baker's twine, and a package of elegant faceted gems.
Ooh, those are good prizes. That twine pack, that's 10 yards of twine per roll. I mean, not 10 yards. Is it 10 yards? No, 10
10
feet.
yards total.
Okay. So is it 2 yards per? No, it's more than that because I got 7 sets of 1 foot out of each color and I've still got a lot left.
Really?
I think it's 10 feet per roll is
So it's
what I
like,
think it
no
is.
wonder it's $15. That makes it 50 yards.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more than what, yeah. And I think that someone clarified it because there was some weird language in the catalog. The other thing I wanted to point out is the host pack of paper. It's called Design a Daydream, this like giant host pack that, you know, we had a host pack of paper last time. So this giant pack of paper in the catalog, it says that there's 12 sheets, but there's not. There's 48.
Yeah.
There's 48 sheets, just like our last hostess pack of paper.
It's huge.
And yeah, and I was concerned because I ordered it and then I was like, oh no, if it only has 12 sheets, I'm going to be sad. It says 12 sheets, 2 each of 6 double-sided designs. 48 sheets, 8 each of 6 double-sided. It's huge. It's a huge, huge pack of paper. So just FYI, there are
Yeah, but I want the cat stamp set. I don't care about the paper right now. I just need the cats on the couch. I'm just saying, like, I don't care about anything else in the hostess stamp sets except for the cats on the chair. I'm just gonna make that very clear.
It is very cute.
Until I own
okay,
that, nothing else matters. Yeah.
I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna do the wheel of names. Okay, so wheel of names, here we go. We're gonna pick 3 winners. First winner gets first dibs. Let us see. Ooh, Carol.
Woohoo! I'll take the twine. I don't have that.
Hey, might as well. We sold it, you know. So, all right. So now we've got the pebbles and the faceted gems left. Let's see who's next. Not me. Not me. Oh. All right. So Barbara Sylvester, not Barb Jones. So Barbara Sylvester, you still here?
I am. I've been eating and I don't eat on Zoom.
Well, would you like the faceted gems or the pebbles?
Faceted gems. I've already got 3 of the pebbles.
Oh, all right. Sounds good. All right.
Thank you.
Yes, last person wins the pebbles. I'm hoping it's me. I'm getting low. No, just kidding. That would be wrong, right? Oh, so close. Darlene. Congratulations. You win the pebbles, Darlene. Awesome job.
One last thing. So everyone from the big brown, not the big brown, everyone that is in the royalty pot and higher gets a couple cards from Candy and I send them out. Now, Judy Allen thought it was telling everyone how amazing I was for sending her cards. They weren't from me. They were from Candy. But I usually send a card telling you guys, awesome, well done on your awesome like sales. But unfortunately, then Judy thought that I was just sending her cards because I think she's awesome, which is true, but not really. I was taking credit for something that wasn't mine by mistake. So just so you know, every month, that's her plan is you're going to get 2 like swap cards and they're like really, I try to make sure they're different designs, you know, so you guys can add them to your stash, but she wants to make sure everyone that is in the royalty pot, up to $1,000, that's $600 to $1,000, that they get 2 little bonus cards as a as just a little like thank you for being so awesome and you know having great sales, you know, and so that's her little bonus for that.
Yay. That's awesome.
Yeah, just
all right,
you know, in case there's
this month's business challenge is to ask 10 people to stamp with you. So you could do this live with 10 different people. You could do an online video or Facebook Live 10 times for the next month. But get in the habit of asking people to stamp with you. Keep a checklist when you've asked 10 times and report it before the next meeting. So Jennifer will start a thread with that. And then there was a Lucky Ladybug challenge that was running, and Candy said she's got the ladybug board at home. There's prizes behind the different ladybugs, like doilies, probably not doilies. Candy's never going to give up her doilies, let's be real, but other things, right? So little prizes, there's a bundle. And so the idea behind that was either to promote or to have a recruit. And this sheet that I have says that is running through May. I'm not 1,000% sure that she hasn't. I don't know what the date span was that she was running the Ladybug Challenge, the Lucky Ladybug, but we'll find out.
I think it's running through May because of the in color promotion.
I think so too. And that's what I was thinking. So,
and so this challenge will run until, this challenge will run through the end of June. You see what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because what's today, so like, unless she wants it to be overlapping, because it's only asking 10 people, it's not necessarily having a class or, whatever. So I'll clarify that with her, but, it's an easier challenge. So those ones usually tend to be only like $10 in product credit, but the harder challenges tend to be $25 in product credit, just letting you know.
Yes. And then
what's the Ladybug Challenge?
That was either recruiting or promoting. And so everybody who recruited or promoted was going to be put on the board, this like board with ladybugs, and behind each ladybug there's a prize. So she's got a board in the office, and she's putting names on ladybugs, and then she'll reveal the prizes when she comes back. So I think that'll probably be done at the June meeting, or maybe she'll do like a Facebook Live or something. So the only other thing I wanted to bring up is that Candy and I had talked about hosting an I Love to Stamp night, or an opportunity night for the team, where you could invite people who might be interested in joining Stampin' Up! Or interested in joining your team to an event, an online event. And we have it scheduled for Tuesday, the 24th. And so that was the original invite date. I'm going to touch base with her to make sure that that is still her intention. But if you June? In May, so May 24th, that is in 2 weeks, which is really soon. And so I will follow up and I will post about that in the group if that is still her intention to do that. And so the idea behind that event is that she would kind of help take the lead and talk about the benefits of Stampin' Up! And joining and the join deal and everything, but they would join with you, right? Her intention is not to take a recruit or a new team member from you, but her intention is to make it easier for some people to get people to join their team who maybe want to see kind of what's the big picture about, what's this larger group that I'm joining. And I think showing them our larger group and how supportive we are of each other is a really great idea. So I will follow up with that and just make sure that we have intentions to push through with that date, that is the actual date we're doing. And then when there's an event created, we'll post it so that you can invite people to come to that event, but it'll be an online event. So, okay. I think that's it for the meeting. I think we accomplished everything we were supposed to accomplish. We've given out prizes, we've done awards, we've celebrated, we've learned, we've stamped, we've crafted, we've created. And I think we've done a great job. So yay, thanks everybody for a great meeting. Hopefully you picked up something, a great idea, a good thought, a reminder, something that helps you move forward in Stampin' Up! And learn and grow. And yeah, thanks for letting me host for the night. So
good job.
One thing, Darlene's like, wait, you're muted, but I see your mouth talking, which is weird. I see your lips moving, but I don't hear you. Yeah, I don't know why. fine. Hey, Peggy, what's up?
As some of you know, I am moving. Well, I'm moving this summer. And I have some faithful ladies that come to my card classes. They do not buy things, but they are very willing to spend $25 to make 6 cards. And they really enjoy the fellowship of the class and getting together. And I love these ladies and I hate to leave them. But if anybody has in town, San Antonio, live card classes, please let me know so that I can let them know, because when I'm gone, I can say, well, hey, these are other classes, and you know, they're lovely ladies and they might someday start ordering.
Who knows?
But they always pay $25 for 6 cards.
Nice.
So, and there's 4 or 5 of them.
That's a good supply fee right there.
Yeah,
That pays for
it is.
itself.
It is. So
yeah,
just
that's awesome.
tag me in a message or whatever.
Thanks,
you.
Peggy. Yeah, and I saw Candy put that up too. Like Tiffany Johnson used to do some of the senior center classes, and she put that up that Tiffany no longer wanted to do those classes, and someone else, you know, had the opportunity to take over. And I think that's a great opportunity. I think that shows how much our team works together and supports one another. And you know, businesses change, goals change, life events change. You know, so Darlene, let me check with you first. Is your sound working? No, that's so weird. Okay. Susan, I saw your hand up.
Yes, I had contacted one of Tiffany's nursing homes, and it was, unfortunately, we were going to get on the calendar, and unfortunately COVID hit and never made the connection again. But that particular one kept putting me off and putting me off and putting me off. And Tiffany had real good success with them. So just be prepared that people might not be interested in it anymore.
Yeah, I think from what I understand, I think this is an active interest. So Candy there's someone who's actively interested. So she had put it on the page. So
yeah, it was $40 for a class up to 10, and they had and it's like the actual senior home pays the $40 kind of thing, or the living center, assisted living, whatever it's called, was up to 10 people, I believe. And so she already had it. It's like it was a regular thing she would do at 3 different ones. And so I wasn't able to agree to it, but other people might. I think Judy took one of them. So yeah.
Oh, I see, Darlene, you texted, you finished your mystery card.
Show me your card, Darlene.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Even if we can't hear you, we can see you. Ooh.
Pretty.
Very nice.
I love that she does it like a pro. She's like professional. She's like, look, upward, ladies. Slide it upward and then it'll come right off, as opposed to us trying to slide it downward. She's professional, you know. Love you, Darlene.
Oh, I didn't even show mine. Here, sorry, I'll show mine. Let's see, mine's also not professional. Let's see. Can I spotlight myself? I don't know. I don't think I can. Can I? Okay, here we go.
You're spotlighted. Like,
yay, okay.
Everyone can see you. There we go.
Lovely. Yes, so I did the sun prints and also removed like a pro. Look at that. Boom, boom.
Wow, fancy pants. Good job.
I love this new Starry Sky color. It's real pretty, y'all. So
get enough of that color. And Parakeet Party, I just want to bathe in it. I just can't get enough of that green.
Yeah. These are definitely some intense, beautiful colors. So, all right. Well, thanks, y'all. That was a fun meeting, and thanks for hanging out. I hope everybody has a good night and a good week. And Peggy, thank you so much for continuing to do the prayer requests. I know we all appreciate it greatly. Yes, best wishes, everybody. I know May is busy. I know with teaching and end of semester and testing and all that, it's a busy, busy month. But I wish graduations, and I hope everyone had a good Mother's Day too. So, bye y'all. See you later.